Aquarius, welcome to your intimate tarot reading or sexual energy read. For my regulars, you know what's up, you know what to expect, and therefore I decided to go ahead and forego the long intro from this point forward. So if you are brand new to the channel or brand new to intimate tarot, or it's been a very, very long time since you've seen it, you want to know why I read it, the do's and don'ts of intimate tarot, what it's about, how it benefits you, what we're looking at, what it is, what it isn't, so on and so forth, description box. When in doubt, description box. Questions, description box. There you go. Yeah. I will say this, if you read it and you're still confused or you feel morally conflicted in any way, don't watch it. That's it. It's not for you, and that's no big deal. Okay? I got plenty of messages that you can look at if you want to go to the channel and just check out an old Aquarius message. Okay? It's all good. No offense taken. I don't want you to watch anything that comes into conflict with who you are, because you won't take anything from it. There you go. You'll see for yourself, though, if you stick around, that honestly, intimate tarot reads, sexual energy reads, they're really just another variation of love readings, but with a different lens, different twist. And that's because all energy is real and valid, and the more we know, so much the better, etc. What's going on, please? Some of those Aquarian intimate and sexual energies, please. Some of that Aquarian intimate and sexual energies, please. What's going on? What's going on, please? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, please, for Aquarius? Show me Aquarius. Show me Aquarius. But like always, and regardless of what I see here today, take what resonates, leave what does not, reverse energies as you see fit. These are general collective readings, not one-to-one private. So they may not resonate. Normal, frustrating, but normal. Check here the placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. What's going on, please? Show me Aquarius. Show me Aquarius. Show me Aquarius. What's going on? Let's see. Are we last calls for happy birthdays yet? I'm not sure. I have to look at the calendar. Without the calendar in front of me, I'm completely helpless. I have everything coded in a calendar. It's a masterpiece of colors and codes. But without it, I'm helpless. That's why I make it. But yeah, I think we got another happy birthday in there for you. Yeah. So happy birthday to you once more. All right, King of Pentacles. You and lots of foes. Oh my goodness, the Hierophant. Wow. Okay. Okay. King of Pentacles, the Hierophant. You're saying that your sexual energy, you're comfortable with it. It's part of who you are. It's your physical form. You don't deny that. You are largely showing me someone who is comfortable with their senses, tactile, what you can touch, taste, see, hear, etc. That really lend to your sense of physical comfort, care, and your sexual needs. But you're also saying, exclusive, the Hierophant, my sexual energy is for me first and foremost as I commit to myself, and then I therefore commit it to someone else. So you're not really big on random sexual encounters. You know, it has to mean something to you, and that you can stand by it, and that it can stand up for you as well. So whatever sexual energy you experience, you say it has to come from the best place in you in order for you to experience it in a way that makes sense to you, and that you can love and care and nurture for yourself because you know what you stand up for, which is great. Okay. Oh dear. 5 of Cups and the 2 of Wands. Somebody's upset emotionally and therefore sexually. There is a reminiscence attached to this. 5 of Cups is sadness. Okay. And echoes of the past and the 2 of Wands. Looking outwards, waiting, maybe a little bit. 3 of Wands is strong waiting. 2 of Wands is a little bit of waiting, but with more of a decision dashed into it. We'll see what's going on. 7 of Cups. Well, options. Are we sad we no longer have an option with Aquarius? Was that the problem? Did this energy between you two, did it stay too much in the air as an option as opposed to say, I can stand up for this and I want to be a part of it, which is what you aim for? Or are they just like, I'm sad my cups are spilt? I didn't know it meant all that to me. The next several weeks and or months, the Devil. 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. I gotta see what that Devil is about. In sexual tarot, he can mean many, many things. We typically, first and foremost, think of sexual appetite as it being very strong. Okay. Obsessive. Okay. Compulsive. And then also, more often than not, fears. Okay. Fears of sexuality, which can prohibit us, inhibit us if we have a poor opinion of sex. That expresses itself in its own way. If somebody's terrified of their own sexual nature, so they're not confident about it, they can't stand up for it, or it runs in the other direction, it's overly indulged in, okay, and we have no idea where it's coming from, so that's an ignorant devil, which is just as dangerous. Either way, it causes havoc. Ten of Pentacles, Six of Swords. It's almost like I see you drifting away from whatever this is when they're recognizing that this will never change. You're saying it's too ingrained. Ten of Pentacles, it's too set in its way. I gotta go. Now, don't get me wrong, Ten of Pentacles and sexual energy, typically it almost always defaults back to the 3D, this is reality. But it also represents metaphors in terms of stability, long-standing, it ain't going nowhere. That particular meatloaf is cooked and there's no one doing it. If somebody has a poor construct or a poor working foundation of their sexual energy, it's kind of concluded that it's never going to change. Okay. Six of Swords. Okay, let's get... I'm almost a little nervous to get in there because I'm like, okay, how much is this going to take out of me today? Because theirs is on the surface, it's quite, it's sad and it's disappointed and it's hurt. But there's a bridge here, Seven of Cups between you two folks, so I'm guessing that's where the real complexity is. Let's take a look at you. Your King of Pentacles, I'm going to go ahead and put those two together as they are working together, not against each other. King of Pentacles and the Hierophant, one is absolutely reinforcing the other. You're saying, yes, you are very comfortable with your sexual self. However, it's a higher plane energy with the Hierophant. Your sexual energy has to be grounded, loyal, committed for you to stand up for it, indulge in it, to give to it of your own free will and feel good about it. In other words, you know what's right for you. And I'm not saying the Aquarius I'm looking at has to be married. What I'm saying is that you have to know that it's there for you and it's available to you and just for you to give yourself fully to it and feel comfortable with it. Otherwise, you're like, it's all go. It's gravy, man. Green means go. Okay? So if somebody's too light with their cups, if someone's too light with their sexual energy, or they can't dive deeper, and it just remains a kind of wishy-washy option, I wish I could take more seriously, Two of Wands with the Five of Cups, then yeah, it would make sense that you put the lid on the honeypot, as they might say, you know. King of Pentacles, the Hierophant, you know, thou shalt not pass, you shall not, Gandalf is over there in Lord of the Rings, you shall not pass. You know, and that was a pretty big demon he was fighting there. It's like, no, you're not going to pass, bro. It ain't going to happen. I don't know. I know it's much more intricate than this. It's just different. Let's take a look at you. Let's see that King of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Show me that King of Pentacles, please, and the Hierophant. You know, that's some, I might get down and dirty, but it has to be committed. And I respect that, right? If you can't be down and dirty with your partner, then they ain't your partner. And that's pretty much what you're saying. And like I said, I understand that. So it's, you know, it makes sense to me, you know. I am who I am in bed with one person. And I need to know that that person's going to show up in the same bed every night, right? Otherwise, it ain't happening. Done, right? Done. King of Pentacles, the Hierophant. And you having that dialogue with yourself comes from strength and knowing who you are and being comfortable with it. That's why I always tell people, know who you are. If you're a player and that's all you can be, then be the best player you can be. Be an honest one, right? But if you're a committed but sensual person, then that's who you are, okay? Know what your game is. That way you don't have to have shame for it, all right? All right, Three of Wands. Two of Pentacles, King of Wands. Yeah, that's kind of what you're saying. You're telling me that you did this waiting thing with whomever this is, and you went back and forth. Two of Pentacles about the reality of the situation, particularly as it relates to your sexual energy, for which you have a great deal of. Again, you are highly not just sensual now, but passionate. You have no problem with sexual energy. You're very comfortable. You love sex. It's natural to you. The Aquarius I'm looking at, you feel it. You know it to your body's particular rhythm, down to its very fiber, okay? You're aware of your passion, but you're like, I'm waiting on you. This is you. And this is where you might have screwed up a little bit, because I hate waiting, and you can see how long that you did. Two of Pentacles with the Three of Wands. I'm not trying to give you a hard time, but you must have thought this person was worth it because you kept the best of yourself on hold, or you reserved yourself time and again. All the best of that lovely, sexy sexiness and that commanding energy. And it's, oh, it's so hot. You know, when you know yourself that well, it's very hot when somebody knows that themselves like that and they can commit to it. That's beautiful. It's really hot. It is. I promise you it is. But you waited way too long. Going like this, what's it going to be? You did this with that person way too long. 3 of Wands, waiting for them to show more depth, emotional depth, spiritual depth, something that says I'm more here than just a sad 5 of Cups, like kicking rocks. I didn't get what I wanted. And that decision was with them, and you are bouncing that decision back on them. The reason you and I are getting held up is because you don't know what you want. So I'm just going to stand here and stare at you until you figure out what you want. And when you stood there and stared at them, guess what? They didn't make a decision. That's why I say do not wait. Because when somebody knows you're waiting, they will refuse to make up their mind 99.9% of the time. First of all, pressure's involved. And second, they don't have the space to make these kind of decisions. That's why absence helps. So I know that you kept your passion and your sexual, sensual self in check. And again, you have a lot of it, and it's beautiful. And you stood by your morals here with the Hierophant. I know what it's for. It's for me, and I'd like to share it with you. But I need confirmation from you that you're choosing this. Here's the thing. You standing there and waiting added to the delay. Okay? That's why don't wait, guys. Don't wait. Even when you think you're not waiting, there's a good chance you are. You just showing up in this person's world every now and again. Offer still on the table. I'm just waiting for you to demonstrate more to me. Don't be an option. Absence yourself. If they couldn't make up their mind in a week, a month, seasons, or years based on what you were packing, then that is an acute and inability to make a decision. That's called a failure. And I'm stressing that to you because you have such strong, beautiful elements that for some reason you didn't apply to you. You did this way too long. For some of you, a year, maybe 2 years. For them to figure out if they were going to invest in you further. That was too much. But other than that, I'm glad you know who you are sexually, and it seems in the real world. Okay, now let's jump on over to I couldn't make a decision. And now that the decision, I'm assuming, is gone, that's when they really feel the regret. Now they don't have a choice. Right? I think most people are addicted to choice, not that they actually want to make a choice. See what I'm saying? Who is it? Was it Virginia Woolf? I think it was Virginia Woolf who said, even crazy people want to be asked. And she's right. Even people who are a little different, a little outside the box, what you might call outsiders, want to feel included by a choice. But even crazy people, or not crazy people, just your average person, we all want choice, but for some reason we seem to not be prepared to make it. We just like the idea of it. We never get so upset as when choice is taken away from us. So we don't actually want to make choice and have the responsibility of choice. We just want to know it's there. And that's why I see this person kicking rocks, because the choice got taken away. Anyway. Little side note. 2 Wands, 5 of Cups. We're going to go and combine this person as well. 2 Wands, 5 of Cups, 2 Wands, 5 of Cups, 2 Wands, 5 of Cups. So it's like they like the idea that you were hanging around waiting for them to make a choice, and now they're sad because it's gone. Right? Let's see that. Honey, if they couldn't take all that deliciousness on meeting you in the first week of having met you, nah. Somebody who wants all that knows they want it, right? But you probably caught feelings, and perhaps you were more attracted to this person than you knew, and I don't know. I want to see what's on the inside of this person and the fact that they're upset that they don't get to choose anymore. Okay. The Magician. 2 of Wands, the Death. See, thank you, Spirit. I appreciate it. This, you know what the literal translation? For those of you who are familiar with tarot, you already got it. Like that. They wanted the choice. They weren't prepared to choose. That's it. Thank you. The Magician. There's the 2 of Wands again. I told you it's not just waiting. It's the first implication we see of active choice. They wanted the choice, and then it got taken away. This is what happens when you delay and you whiffle waffle, and you won't. This person, this is where you and they are different. You understood yourself. They didn't. As someone who understands themselves makes choices. You made a choice to wait because that's how well you know yourself. Just because I don't agree with it doesn't mean it wasn't right for you. Okay? But you will have your own particular consequences for that. Most of it was time. Okay? But if you're a big Aquarius like I think you are, you've already consolidated yourself to this. This person, they wanted the choice until it was gone. And I say this all the time. If you refuse to make a choice, somebody somewhere, universe, God, whatever you want to call it, will make a choice for you. You see it all the time with children. Except this person's not a child. But this is what you tell children. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. You couldn't choose for yourself, so I chose for you. Done. That's more or less what happened here. And now they're like, woe is me, I don't have the choice anymore. You never did. You never did because you refused to make one, which means what's the point of giving you choices if you can't honor them? Huh? You know? I know it's basic, guys. I know it's so basic, but the fundamentals of being a human sometimes it's so there, it's so obvious, but it's for that reason that it's so obvious that you just want to shake people. Wake up. You want the choice, you don't want the choice. You want to be involved, you don't want to be involved. You want something more, no you don't. What do you want, right? Seven of Cups, let's take a look at that. Let's see that Seven of Cups, please. If you ever get to that point where you're screaming at somebody, what do you want? They don't know. I promise you. And if you had to wait around a year or so to figure that out, they still didn't know. Okay? Let's see that Seven of Cups, show me that Seven of Cups, show me that Seven of Cups, show me that Seven of Cups. Show me that Seven of Cups, please. Nine of Cups, Knight of Wands, the Empress. Yeah. Here we have all the basic elements of someone who understands who they are. And the Empress is unapologetic in sexual tarot. She's the tops in that respect. Is that she's highly productive in terms of love, generosity, sexual activity, but it's mutually exclusive. She knows this. She will only have one partner. And she knows that it's of her choosing. And because of empowerment, she can say, because I know myself, I know what I'm like in terms of love and generosity, strength of will, conviction, character, and sexuality. It's all in there for the Empress. I choose you. Mm-hmm. So that tells me then this person might have had more than one option. Somebody might have had more than one option. But they could not stand on their feet as the Empress and say with absolute dedication, this is where my heart and my sex points exclusively. So, again, a lot of people like the idea of choice. It makes them feel good when they realize it's anti-empowerment. When you have so much choice that you can't choose, that is not choice. It's a fallacy. Kind of like people who have a little spending habit, you know. I want to have the option to wear this amongst my 5,000 other pieces of clothing. But the second you put it in your closet, you've already forgotten it's gone because you can't see it anymore. Too much choice causes problems. And you lose your ability to discern and make clear decisions. And I had this talk with Capricorn. If you have any Capricorn chart, check theirs out. There are some similar overtones. Theirs was much more aggressive, whereas this one's showing me passive emotionality. In other words, they don't know who they are in the heart. They might know who they are in reality, in their 3D structure or their mind, but they don't know how their heart talks to them about what is an Empress, what is a Knight of Wands, what is a Nine of Cups. This is all beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. They don't know what this is because they get so overwhelmed with so-called choices, okay, that they don't know how to discern what provokes the best in them. So in other words, it's not your failing. It's not your failing, honey. I want to be able to choose. Empowerment is knowing absolutely where your heart, your sex, and your best energy, your best intentions aims at. This is self-love. An unapologetic sense of this is what turns me on, and it's you. Therefore, I choose you. or I love you. Regardless, they're both here, love and sex. And the ability to choose and be mutually exclusive and stand in that power. This person can't do that. They get so overwhelmed with all their options, apparently. And now that the best option has clearly retreated, of course, they're over here kicking rocks. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Speaking of Capricorn, like I said, if you have Capricorn in your chart, check theirs out. Theirs is a little bit more aggressive. And I have to say it was sad towards the end, not for Capricorn, but for the person who wasn't mature enough to understand what the hell was going on. Oh, that's better. Okay. Let's take a look at that devil. Show me the devil, please. Over the next several... I mean, yeah, it's like saying shoulda, coulda, woulda, though. If this person could get out of the options, and if you withdrew yourself as an option completely, we have better clarity, possibly, of what empowerment is and how to choose. But it's still, there's still, so long as they're still mourning from and that is mourning, like I said, it's kicking rocks, it's sulky. So long as they're mourning from an immature place, and so long as you continue to present yourself as an option, I don't think you have. I think you withdrew it, but you didn't actually show me the full withdrawal of that either. I think you're somewhere in between. Stop presenting yourself as an option, and they can stop being sulky. And then somebody somewhere can understand what the hell empowerment is. Okay? Let's see that devil. Show me the devil, show me the devil, show me the devil, please. Show me the devil, show me the devil. Guess who it is? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just can't stop, won't stop, can't stop, won't stop. This person doesn't know if they're coming or going, man. Seriously. The intensity they have for this unresolved issue, the sexual attraction, I still want this, I want it, I want it. It's a little greedy there with the Queen of Pentacles. When the King, Queen of Pentacles show up over the devil, it crosses into the territory of being greedy. I want it, I want it, I want it. The thing is, okay, Aquarius isn't in your life. Or they're no longer an option, or at least I believe you've withdrawn yourself. I do. I think so, and that's why they're kicking rocks. I'm pretty sure you finished it, finalized it fairly recently, maybe. I can't quite tell. But yeah, no, the obsession for this, it is crossing into a place of obsession, but it's again coming from that place of personal greed. I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. And also at the same time recognizing that manifesting this is a dead end. You know, you cannot claim what you will not claim. So a person's got some shit that they need to resolve, and it has nothing to do with you. It's not your journey. I think they're showing me the magnificence of it because it's very strong, and perhaps it pulls on you because they're trying to shut down or accept the fact that they can't manifest this anymore as an option. They weren't going to choose it to begin with, so I don't know what they're playing with. But it's like they can't let go of the idea that you could have been theirs. That's what this really is. It's like Guns N' Roses, you could be mine. Except for it's like after the fact. Hey, you could have been mine. 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 Coulda. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Make a fucking choice. That's all it is. It's like a little gremlin. It could have been mine. 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 But it wasn't. So, for your part, you let you know that you were available for them to step up to the plate too. You hung out as an option too long, I think. But other than that, it's... I think you know what you're working with now, or what you were working with. I don't think you are anymore. It could have been mine. You could have been mine. Yeah, I know. Hindsight's a bitch. Ten of Pentacles. No, I'm just saying, honey, it's That's a lot of unrequited sexual energy towards you. That's a lot of unrequited emotion. And because they wouldn't choose. You're like, I just wanted the choice. And now it's not there anymore. It hurts. Obviously, it's more than the choice. It's everything that you represent that they would like to acquire but couldn't pony up to the bar or belly up to the bar, however that expression goes. Yeah, no. Let's see that 10 of Pentacles, please. Let's see that 10 of Pentacles. Some of that 10 of Pentacles. Some of that 10 of Pentacles. Some of that 10 of Pentacles, please. Four of Cups, Eight of Swords, Page of Wands. Not your problem. Not your problem. I'm sorry, but that's not your problem. It's not your problem. You already told me that you are very secure and in charge of your world the way you are of yourself. So I know it's not you. I can see why they still haven't let this go. It is a ruminating thought, and it's starting to piss me off because it's annoying. It's like a scratch you can't reach because it's not your fucking scratch. That's what energetic interplay is. Okay? When you're connected to someone in such a way that says you two have a history, most of it's unresolved, painful, conflicted, etc., sometimes you will continue to see and feel the residuals of the energies, even though it no longer intersects your path, or at least I don't believe it does. And whoever this is, again, this is their problem. This is their problem, boo-boo. This is their problem. And it is coming across as a case of unclaimed territory. It's mine, but I can't have it. It's mine, it's mine. It could have been mine, etc. And it's coming in like a scratching thought. It's annoying me. I'm not going to lie. You two have a very close environment, shared environment in some way. You run in the same circles. You have overlapping communities. Perhaps you live in the same town, city, etc. But the thing is, whatever environment that they personally occupy, they are very unhappy. And they refuse to see how unhappy they are, and they wonder why they're constantly left in a state of want. When you cannot tend to your own backyard because you're too busy focusing on someone else's backyard and why it doesn't look like yours and how you would love to have that backyard, of course yours is going to get neglected and nothing's going to grow and it's going to look like shit. They are still so very preoccupied with this idea of you could have been theirs, that they cannot see how miserable they are in their own 10 of Pentacles, and they wonder why they still struggle with these feelings of not being able to choose when they had the choice. They're so unhappy. They should look to their own business first. Because they got a 10 of Pentacles, but it's 4 cups, unhappy. 8 of Swords, I can't see it, I don't want to. Page of Wands, I'm not open to making it better. All I can fixate on is what I don't have. And that is the choice that Aquarius represented. They even want you, honey, or do they just want the choice? And you waiting around kind of aided and abetted that feeling, maybe a little bit. Six of Swords. Show me that Six of Swords. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Show me that Six of Swords. Let's see you move on to other things, honey. Show me that Six of Swords. Show me that Six of Swords. Show me that Six of Swords. All you can do is present as a choice. If somebody refuses to make a decision, you have their answer. That's it. That's it. That's it. They can't pony up the dough. They can't belly up to the bar. They can't step foot one out of the gate. That's not your problem, but the choice has been made. Okay? That's it. That's it. So I am sorry that they have that needle stuck in the groove. That is the record. That is their brain. Okay? It could have been mine. It could have been mine. Too bad. If it was really yours, you would have stepped up to it, said so, claimed it, and not looked back. So I don't know if they have such intense, unresolved feelings towards you because of you and what you represent and the life that you have, the beauty of you, the spirituality, the sexiness, that strong sense of commanding self, or are they obsessed with the choice? If that's the case, they can go play with someone else's feelings. Get a couple more options, compensate. I don't know. Let's see that Six of Swords. Show me that Six of Swords. Yeah, no wonder you're row your boat. And the Six of Swords. Show me that Six of Swords, please. Ten of Pentacles, because you got your own Ten of Pentacles, Five of Cups, the Tower. And the day you exited this, you blew up your emotional disappointment. Very good. Okay, I was wondering when we would get to that, because I was confused about where you were in terms of your actual physical proximity. Were you still allowing this person to see you as an option in waiting or not? I think you withdrew your physical energy first. I do. But it's not till I get down here in your future timeline that I see the full emotional and sexual abandonment of this. In other words, you no longer let it cross your mind anymore. Good job. Good job. Because you got your own Ten of Pentacles. They got their own Ten of Pentacles and they're unhappy with it. And they wonder why. They want choices, but they're not prepared to exercise them. See what I'm saying? It's stupid. That's collecting options for the sake of it. Not going to do anything with it. That's stupid. It's so stupid, my brain just cramped trying to understand it. It doesn't work. You know, we jump over here to your Ten of Pentacles. You're saying, no, you're moving on for the sake of your Ten of Pentacles because it means something to you. And you can't be having or harboring these old useless feelings and old sexual tensions and old emotional tensions. You blew that up, boom, it's off. And so now you are diving deeper into the world that you have created for yourself because that's your priority. Good. In terms of you having new experiences, I don't know. I haven't gotten this. Unfortunately, took up more than 50% of your readings today. So that made me wonder why I was still seeing it because I'm sorry, I just wasn't convinced you had fully exited and you hadn't. Physically, yes. Emotionally, mentally, not till later. That was a different process. And when you completely let that go, and I mean, you don't get in a position where you think about them anymore, where you no longer emotionally reminisce anymore or sexually reminisce anymore, when that finally stops, the thread between you and this person should fully be broken. Okay? Because I'm not seeing any soul activity here. No soul bonds, no lovers, just a bunch of, Aquarius is mine, that could have been mine. I would like to see that person's sense of will stand up to mine. I punch back energetically. But that's just, I don't know. That's kind of, that's what I'm saying. That's where all that mental and emotional residual energy was coming from. Because even though you physically separated, you were still feeling their unhappiness, weren't you? You were still thinking their thoughts had been bent towards you in some way. Their attraction was still bent towards you some way. So it's not till you make more of a dedicated effort to completely blow up the last sad cups and mental garbage can you really focus on what matters. And then I will see other things for you. Okay. All right. I think we got there. I think we got there. You have beautiful components in you. I really like how you stand by your own particular sense of conviction when it comes to commitment to your sexual energy. I'm not saying you have to be married. I think I addressed that. What you're saying is that you have to know that your sex is going to some place that you can rely on and that you can be comfortable with, and that it unfolds to you in like manner. That's what the King, Queen of Pentacles and King of Wands combination is, okay? I think you deeply enjoy sex, but you also want to be deeply committed to it. In other words, you don't do randos. Yeah, no. You don't do, and you really waited for because this person to you wasn't a rando. They acted like it. That was the problem. They acted like you were random, that they could just have an option at any time. So I'm just saying, honey, don't treat other people like options and don't allow yourself to be treated like one. You waiting on standby, despite all that commanding energy, put you into the option of category. I'm sorry, you put you into the category of option. There you go. I do that all the time. Don't do that again. That's it. That's it. Don't do it ever again. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Take your power back. Right there, boo. Let go of the need to control. See, I know what you were doing. You wouldn't call it waiting, would you? You wouldn't call it waiting. The Aquarius I'm looking at, you thought you on standby and being commanding of your energy and being in control of your sexual energy meant they eventually had to pick the right option. Right? I see your trick. And I don't think it was an intended trick. I think that's what you concluded on based on rationality, reasoning, practicality, because you deeply desired this person, you were attracted to them, but you needed to know that they could step it up. But you trapped yourself in that respect. Okay. So that was a kind of form of control. Well, if I just let them know that I'm here, but I don't actually give in to them, they'll eventually make the right choice. No, that was a form of waiting, and it was a form of control. But it didn't work out well, and it shouldn't have. Okay. I'm not trying to give you a hard time, but Two of Pentacles and Three of Wands, you guys have to understand that's a very specific chemistry in tarot. Very specific. It's not random. That is stalling for time on purpose, waiting for more activity to be generated. And you have to wait on the other side to generate more of that activity, so you keep it floating like this. So again, it's not a knock. Everybody does it from time to time for various reasons. Just FYI, okay? All right. Block. I don't want to think about you or this. Rother. That's when you really know true freedom from this, and hopefully I will stop saying this person in your readings. That thread will be broken. You physically did the first part, mental and emotional complete disentanglement. That's the next step. And then I can see other things for you. Yes. Your next intimate tarot reading should be a lot more spicy, I hope. Oh. Defense mechanisms, breakthrough. Oh, I'm sure this person has lots of defense mechanisms, but you had the breakthrough. Okay. Simplicity and unsure. Yeah, I know. These things are extremely simple. You either choose it or you don't. And so insisting that you're still unsure is bullshit. It's incredibly simple. You either choose this or you don't. That's it. Okay. Oh, so many. Okay. We have one letter here, D. We have the medallion of Libra. We have the dragonfly in reverse, lack of transformation. The cat is upside. That means somebody's listening to their intuition. Busy bees in reverse. Somebody's taking no action. There's no collective thought here about coordinated effort, what we're doing, why the hell we're doing it. The owl's in reverse. This is anti-wisdom. This is anti-insight. This is anti-intellectualism. In other words, somebody's not being smart. Feather, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, light as a feather. And then Pegasus is in reverse. The lack of that sense of freedom to take off and do what I want. So this is typically, the Pegasus is actually associated with masculine sense of freedom and pride. This person's lacking those principles. I'm not saying they have to be a man. What I'm saying is that sense of I am the master of my own destiny and I can go where the hell I want is not in this person. Again, they just wanted the illusion of choice, not to actually make good on it. And now that it's gone, now that you, as the choice is gone, doing that whole it could have been mine, is after the fact nonsense. So, okay. Aquarius, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well.